Chris Brown. I thought Chris Brown messed with Jiggy. Now y'all saying her too. Y'all funny. Anyway, it don't matter where she been or what she did. She said she ain't gave that cookie up since Jonathan been gone, and Jonathan was her last, and she waiting. So that's Jonathan's choice to believe or not ours. That's where we can't do that. Y'all trying to run the girl off before he even get home. Why she say you obsessed with her? Who said I was obsessed with who? I ain't obsessed with nobody till he get home and get the lie detector test, but I believe her. I believe her. She said it when she didn't say it with her eye blinking. She said ain't nobody been digging in her cookies, in her cookie jar. The last person was Jonathan, and she waiting until he get home. Y'all know Jonathan will plug a bitch up to a machine and get the truth out of her like zoop zoop. We know. We ain't got it. We know we know he gonna check to find out. He'll plug you up to that machine so quick. And don't be one of them scared girls like, I ain't doing no lie detector test. Girl, you gotta plug yourself up and see how that shit go. Try your best to pass. Try your best. I ain't never cheated on my husband, but I probably flunked the test just from being so nervous. Y'all stop playing with her. Don't do that. Y'all gonna get me in trouble. That's what y'all trying to do. Y'all trying to make John get mad at me. How many times you gonna do one? Do one what? She was with years ago. She knows him for 14 years. Krishan was with Offset. Jiggy was with Rich Forever. Tatted Rich Forever. I'm going to ask those questions. But why y'all wait till now for me to ask these questions? I should have been asking these questions in the interview. She didn't even know John was coming back to her, so why she planned on waiting for him? That's a good question too. I think I asked that question. Something like that. Jaden still has the title, only being with one man. Clock that. Let's see if we can plug Jaden up to ask her that question. Y'all, since y'all don't believe Jaden, we should ask Jaden to take a lie detector test. I don't think Jaden ever been with no other man but Jonathan. He need a woman who wasn't with anyone in the industry. Right. Like, wait now. He been with people, they could be with somebody. I mean, I'm pretty sure every man prefers for somebody to be with nobody, but as long as the list ain't too long, I'm pretty sure we done all been with somebody. I like Angie, but can boyfriend be faithful man? Can Blueface be a faithful man? That's the big question. I'm trying to get him to do the Q&A. Y'all all go over there and harass him and tell him to do a Q&A. So we can ask him all the questions that we want to ask him, because we didn't get to ask the questions we wanted to ask him. We had to listen to the questions that they made up for him. So we want a Blueface Q&A. So y'all go to over there and ask and start posting it on them pages that your mama want to ask the questions. Make her take a lie detector test, because I don't believe Jaden. I mean, you don't think that somebody would have popped up, his friend, his girlfriend, his auntie, his cousin, somebody would have popped up. You can't just say, I ain't never been with another man, and then don't nobody pop up. That's like a lie you can't tell. You know what I'm saying? You could be like, oh, I've been with one or two people, but you can't say I ain't never been with another man before and lie like that. It just don't, that's not even a common sense lie. Jaden got a little common sense, I think. So you got to be thinking about the lie that people tell when they tell it. Like, nobody else? Then why hasn't no man ever exposed Jaden? No man, no friend, his sister, his auntie, his cousin, somebody would have came out by now. That's a strong sentence to say. I only been with one man in my life. I want to hear Blue going with real interview, real down and real genuine with his mother. Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, girl. Y'all about to get me in trouble. Stop. Y'all ain't shit. You trying to get me to say something against my will. Because y'all know make you don't hold water. You just be saying shit like, did I say that? He honestly doesn't need to be in another relationship until he loves himself. I agree. That's why I'm hoping that they're just friends, but you have to watch the interview. I gave my advice. I whether they take it or not is always, up to them. But I agree that he needs some time to himself. He's taking a lot of time to himself right now, so we can't take that from him. He's taking a lot of time to himself right now, so we definitely can't take that from him. Why hasn't Blue posted? Who the hell is Chewy? Jayla said she next in line. Who the hell is Jayla? Tell Blue. Yeah, did y'all see the little girl gonna try to thank y'all. Shout out to y'all. Y'all be seeing everything. She must have been in her feelings yesterday. Because I posted the trailer, I noticed there was a couple girls in their feelings in the comments. And then somebody sent me her story, and she all up in my DMs. Oh, I did this for Blue. I said this, I did that. All up in my DMs. But then didn't think nobody was gonna send me her story post talking about I'm a messy ass mama. First of all, I got permission from my son to sit down with Angela if she got permission, okay? I asked her to sit down and she came back and said, I think he said it's okay. So that meant it was okay. So you have to take that up with him. Why would you say I'm messy? Because I'm opening all the doors and all the windows on our family show. That's what we created it for, to sit down and talk about it, air it out, analyze it. That's what we agreed to. Callie somewhat sticks to it, but we the only ones sticking to what we originally started. All through all the hate and all the anger and all our arguments and all our that we went through, we still agreeing to share and let y'all have y'all opinion. And y'all have y'all opinion and y'all trying to run the girl off. She ain't even got him home yet and y'all trying to run her off. We didn't hear the interview. Thank you, Victoria. I don't know how they missed that, but Krishan Ben told them I was the clout. But anyway, we'll let them continue on with their journeys with us. Young and the Restless. I watch Young and the Restless. I watched it with my grandma every day. And I love Luke and Laura. I wasn't biased. Some days I was mad at Luke and some days I was mad at Laura. But one thing the mama gonna do is share the daytime story. That's what they call him. Kick the haters out. Is some haters in here? Some of y'all need to grow up and stop calling out calling children out their names. Who calling the kids out their names? Whole roster waiting for him in all yards. Got Hossein on the brain. And she done moved on and they still complaining. She done moved on and went down the road and they still complaining. Talking about we obsessed. It's y'all that's obsessed. You gave your son the clout. And he shared it. He shared it with everybody, didn't he? No one has really moved on. Y'all make me nervous when y'all say that, because don't y'all want them to move on? Don't y'all want them both to be happy? Y'all make me nervous, like y'all just ain't ready to, y'all ain't ready to move on. All her fans are delusional. Right, like she is in a whole full-blown relationship with the man's last name on her page. We said that after K Suave's situation, but he went right back. I don't think he went back. I think he just was entertaining what was going on, but I don't never remember him going back after that. Right, that part, she moved on and they still mad. They mad with him and without him. They won't even let her enjoy her new man. They over here still talking shit. We call Junior Chewy because Rock pronounced it like Junior. Junior. In her $1 Billion Baby song, we just say Chewy for short. I hope that's not meaning no disrespect, because, yeah, that's not okay. As soon as Rock named that baby, I said she only did that so that Blue can finally tat her name on him, and it worked. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together because we've been calling them so many different names. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. But we know he get out. Blueface and Rock about to go back to toxic. No, I don't think they can do that, y'all. I think they got to watch out for their probations, because y'all know convicts can't fraternize. Convicts can't fraternize together. That's a violation of the law. They got to go and wait and do what they got to let. They may as well keep going they separate ways. According to her, they not serious. Oh, I don't know. What y'all sent me the other day she said that she was going to give him a baby and give the baby his name. That's pretty serious to me. And I like him. I like him a lot. Look like he got some integrity and some good manners and some good morals. I like him for her. I like him for the baby. John might get mad that I said that, but I do like him for her. She did a good job. K Suave was never into Krishan. She not even his type. Well, why would she tattoo his name on her arm? That don't sound right. Why are you always talking about Sean? I'm not talking about her. They talking about her. I'm just reading the comments like she was reading the comments when she was talking about us. Can I get a amen? Okay, somebody help her say amen, because I could have swore in that Q&A your mama came up in that motherfucking Q&A. Okay, exit the chat. Rock only uses Blueface for clout, and he falls for it because he does anything for money, unfortunately. I'm going to send him that message there. It is hate on adults, but respect the kids. The mama, you messy. Shut up. You reading every comment. I'm reading every comment. Why is Krishan always the topic? Why are we always the topic? Okay, that interview, I counted, it was 6 minutes before it was like, okay, this shit is boring. So did you see what his mama said? This bullshit is boring. You didn't do your homework. You don't know how we gonna go viral. You gotta bring up his mama and you gotta bring him up and the baby mama. You didn't do your homework. Come on now, get out these fucking comments playing with me. I counted, it was 6 minutes flat of that. So did you do your homework? Because did you see what his mama said? She called my baby retarded. So did you see what his mama said? You been watching his mama? You ain't been doing your homework. Fuck out of here. Don't come over here playing with me. I will act the whole interview out, word for word, verbatim. Okay, I will act that whole motherfucker out. Okay, I read her mind. Okay, it's enough of this bullshit. It's boring. This shit is getting boring. We got to get it cracking over here. Okay, so did you see what his mama has said about my baby? You ain't see it? You had to see it. She called my baby retarded. You didn't see it? Oh yeah, she been saying a lot. She been saying a lot of things. What are you going to do if they get back together? Disown him again? Like he disowned me? I'm going to say, I don't know him. That's my favorite word. I don't know him. That's what I'm going to do. I'm sticking to it. The interview era, hella boring. They got it cracking though, honey. You a real one. Come on here and defend him. She was trying to drag his name through the mud, tried to end his career and build her career off his ashes. You can't do that to the real anointed, okay? Because God got his children. He gonna let you play with them because he said the only way you can come up is from your enemies. Now watch how I play this. He said, if I'm gonna use your enemies as your footstool to bless you. Don't blame that on us. Blame that on our Father, because we didn't do it, okay? We didn't ask for this. We did not choose this lifestyle. It chose us, honey. But anyway, I didn't watch the interview, but I saw the clip where she kept telling him, repeating his question. She was trying to find a lie and started crying. The first 6 minutes, I was like, okay, this could be really good. It's going somewhere. We're all healing. And then all of a sudden, boom, I was like, Then she wiped that tear like, okay, cut and action. So did you see what his mama said about my baby? Damn, you didn't even go into the rhythm. The rhythm was all off. It was like cut and action. Like, girl, you and then it was like, so did you see? Like, girl, bye. I'm sorry. I'm just so mad that y'all so fucking gullible that y'all didn't see that I have to show you that bullshit. That was the worst acting she's ever done in the history of fucking time. Every time y'all ask me about this bullshit, I'm gonna bring it up and tell the truth and shame the devil. I ain't never called no baby retarded in my life. You know why? Because I'll be too scared to call a baby retarded. Especially when my kids out here acting like they retarded. And that hurt my feelings because it's more or less like The reason that stuff be said is because she want Jonathan to get mad at me and be like, you out here calling my kid retarded? Like, what's wrong with you? That's what she wanted. That's what that whole thing was, to get Jonathan to correct me. Because, you know, he can't see everything on the internet. He can't see the interviews. She want him to just go off on me and then be mad at me, take my face out the profile, don't talk to me for a year. That's what that is. That's to get a rise out of him and make him mad at me. It was Chastity that called him the R word, not you. I think she's confused. Wow. I never heard Chastity say that, but I didn't say that. And I might have made some silly little, stupid little, immature jokes. I have already apologized to her and to myself and to my son on Beyonce's internet. And I meant no harm by it, because y'all just didn't understand what I was saying. I said, if he need a kickstand, I said she got my baby out here looking like he need a kickstand. If he need a kickstand or a helmet, I'll wear one with him. But y'all took it the wrong way. And that was at the time that I didn't even know that there was anything going on. I thought y'all was just on here making up some shit on Beyonce's internet. I honestly did not ever know or get a glimpse I still don't know what it could be or what it is. I don't know. So I can't tell you what it is, but I can tell you that, okay, I had to accept recently that, okay, maybe they wasn't just joking. Maybe the fans wasn't just being weird, okay? And that was when her sister came out and said something. That was when the other sister said something on the Zeus network. And that was when I seen him in the restaurant. Before that, I wasn't taking it serious because I didn't see anything and I didn't know anything. Y'all saw me when I saw him at the courthouse. I said, I don't see nothing what y'all talking about. I thought it was still, I thought it was just still a troll at that point. I did not know anything. Or else I probably wouldn't have made the stupid little silly little comments, when she pissed me off. I would have been a little bit more heartfelt if her and Jonathan had came and said, look, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I thought y'all was just trolling. Chastity, Eric, Rashawn out completely, then backpedaled. That's her sister. I mean, if I say something bad about my sister, of course I'm going to be like, I was just, my bad. It's your sister. You can't, Yeah, I didn't say that. So she definitely mixed me up with somebody. I love him no matter what he got going on. I love him in my heart like he ain't nothing going on. And I always will and always would. So I would never care if something, even with my kids, if they was moving slow or whatever the case may be, I would still have my baby pimped out here having a good time. Like, we still cool. So I don't know how I got thrown under the bus for something her sister might have said. I'm going to ask Chastity if she said that, but I didn't hear that for myself. And to be honest with you, Chastity has never confirmed that to me in any of our conversations. So technically she was a good sister or is a good sister because she never told me nothing. And I asked before. I've asked her before and she never even said that. But I seen when her and her sister got into it and a lot of stuff was said. I didn't take all of it for face value because I know people say hurtful shit when they mad. But no, it wouldn't even matter. You doing all of that, and we would be working through that. Like that wouldn't even be that's some backwards shit. I wouldn't let you hide them. I wouldn't let you. We wouldn't be doing none of that. Blue is not ready to be a permanent caregiver for life. It's just not happening. That I don't think he's capable of either, especially not, I wouldn't say that either. When will you be at the new house? When you coming? Tell me when you pulling up to the new house, Tosh. Hopefully Junior is getting the help he needs and is being shown. All you guys got to really do is, if you feel like something is wrong and you know something is wrong, just pray about it. And don't be stupid like me and just assume. Just say some prayers, because I do regret some of the stupid shit that I've said, and I've apologized to my son. I've apologized to her, and I've apologized to everybody on Beyonce's internet. But hurt people, when they hurt, and you know what I'm saying, my baby, my child, and you don't want my child to talk to me, there were some days I really didn't give a fuck about none of that shit. I didn't give a fuck about nobody's feelings. I didn't give a fuck about my own feelings. When you try to take somebody's child and convince them not to have a relationship with you after I done sat through all his snotty noses, everything he needed, all his good days and his bad days, his homework, not doing his homework. I done sat through all that shit, and you gonna come try to destroy that? You go into like that. One day I'm gonna tell you guys how I felt in my heart with somebody playing with me and my child like that. And I knew it was going on, but he wouldn't tell me. All the sneaking and the don't say I talked to you, don't say this, don't say. I'm like, what the fuck? And then some days he really wouldn't talk to me. Really wouldn't say nothing to me for like almost a year. Now imagine that. You lucky. That's all I said. That's my child. That's my baby. That's the last baby that came out my CUDA box. Well, my C-section box, whatever. You know, it was halfway hanging through and halfway hanging out one side, and then they got to cut. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I'm healing now. I'm feeling better. I regret a lot of things that I've done and I've said, but I can tell you for sure I was in a very dark and angry and just a mad woman place. Okay, so Karlissa, blink twice if you say Junior is your grandchild for safety reasons. Do I say that he's my grandchild for safety reasons? I say he's my grandchild because I seen him in a dream. And I also seen, I told y'all everything. I had a pain in my growing area, a real hard pain. And I prayed about it. I prayed for him. Then I got another dream and I knew his birthday was 9/30. Y'all T-pages, that's my enemies. Y'all know this. I dreamt that his birthday was 9/30 and he came out on 9/3. So I dreamt that he was a boy and he came out a boy. So I don't personally have any reservation in my heart. Even if Jonathan tried to trick me, he couldn't trick me because God already showed me all my grandkids before they even came here. So I already knew somewhat that something was wrong because I had a pain in my growing. Remember I said that on live when she was like, how many months? Maybe 4 months. That whole time I was saying, that's not my baby. That's not my baby. That's not our baby. That's not our baby. Remember? Then I had the dream. I woke up. I had the pain in my side and I laid there and I prayed about it. And me and God had a moment and, I was like, and so when he had the hernia, I was like, oh man, maybe that was what I was dreaming about, the pain. That's the pain that I woke up to. I didn't know that it could be more to it. That was just God letting me know what it was. So that's why you ain't never heard me deny him. It ain't that I'm scared of her, no, or scared of John or none of that. I'm not scared of nobody. Everyone immature as fuck behind this baby. There was one person in particular who was, that's at fault. We know that for sure. But yeah, we've all not taken things as serious as we should. And some of us, because we didn't know. Thank you for answering. You're very welcome. Do you think John can be a special needs dad? I didn't get special needs information yet, but do I think that he could? I think that anybody could grow into doing anything with the right help and the right training. And that if that's what you have to do, that's what you have to do. If you're a dad, you can't call yourself a dad if you can't handle what comes with being a dad. You can't call yourself a dad at all if you can't handle all your kids. Dre is scared for Blue and said he better claim him because Krishan known for setting people up. I've heard that before. I've heard him say that. I don't know what that was all about because I never really known them to be scared of anything or anyone. So I can't tell you. Blue don't have patience or love for Junior. How do you know if he has love for him or not? That sounds crazy to even, he ain't even got a chance to love him. How old was the baby when he went to jail? He was in jail just months after the baby got here. He ain't even had a chance to hold the baby since he was an infant. So I don't know how you would know that. But he haven't even got a chance to love the baby yet. The way some of y'all talk about disabled children, yeah, you should be scared to say some of them words. He wouldn't post his genitals. I really, in my heart of heart, all of us believe that he just desperately wanted it to get fixed. If you know a man that's vain about his private area, you would know how important it was for him to want his child's area to be fixed. Okay? Some men, think that that's their pride. It ain't their hair, it's they joint. So I'm pretty sure, if anything, John was stressed out about that area being fixed more than anything. He probably wanted that fixed the day he came out. What I can say, though, is, and what I do appreciate, is that through the whole, madness, even though we dislike each other, we feel some type of way, I do still hear her saying his grandmother. So she ain't as evil as I think she is, because sometimes I keep hearing the buzzwords that she ain't fixing to play with. She don't say that lady, that woman. She said, did you hear what his grandmother be saying about him? I pay attention to people's words. I pay attention to their words. She not fixing to try to fully take his grandmother from him, because she could have said, I ain't his grandmother. So sometimes you got to pay attention to people's words too. Ma'am, she is a Satan spawn. She definitely worked for him. She definitely got one foot in and one foot out. But we going to pray that she dragged the other foot out, because we don't want the baby mama to go to hell. Karlissa, you have respect for Ronnie's mother claiming her grandchild. I haven't heard her say that was her grandchild, so let's be respectful, especially in that area. Make him still take a DNA test. I mean, that's what he would have to do for his own conscience. For my conscience, I just need to hear what God got to say. She says that to be hurtful. Blame her mom. She had a crazy childhood. If she says you're not, that go against her narrative. You could always say Jonathan's mom. She don't have to call me his grandmother. She could have said, have you heard my baby daddy's mama? There was other ways to put it without saying my baby's grandmother. She was possessed. Karlissa, why Angela called the baby it when she corrected herself? She laughed. I don't think she was calling him like a it. She was saying, when women don't have kids yet, they just say she don't have no kids yet. So I don't think she really understands when you say. I mean, Krishan called the baby it before. The own mother called him it. So I love that you keep things positive and feeling that you're kin, but you need to. Yeah, she done called him the kid before, the it before. I don't think she was word playing when she said that. Because she's not even entertained the conversation at all. Because she said she didn't want to get into a dialogue about any one of the baby mamas. Because she don't want no problems in that area. And I think that's a great place to start. We will wait until Blue gets out and see the outcome. Yahweh. Krishan called him. It may be more than anyone. Why Blue don't like dark-skinned women? He's had a dark-skinned girlfriend before. His first girlfriend was dark-skinned. Was she the first girlfriend or was Angela first? I think Angela might have been first. And then the Ethiopian girl, then Jaden. But I don't think dark-skins like my sons. I ain't never seen no dark-skinned girls like my kids. Maybe the dark-skinned girls don't like them. Karlissa, do you think Blue will get back with her after all the stuff she did to him? I personally don't think that she would want. She knows where she's at with that, and he's not gonna give you the love and treat you the way you want to be treated. Like no man comes back and treats you like that. So I would just be smart and keep going. I'm just gonna hope that, because men they just don't know how to treat us after we done been around the world and they don't treat us good after that. Karlissa, is Blue acknowledging Krishan as his child? That's what the girl said. She said that's what he told her. He ain't never told me, Mama, that ain't my baby. And when I asked him, he just said he wanted to get out and take care of all his kids. He's not even mad at Krishan for being with the guy or nothing. He's totally okay with her being with the guy. I specifically asked him that, and he told me to be respectful of it and that he didn't have nothing against it. I don't think Blue sticks to one ethnicity. He seems like he's dipping in all the flavors. Oh, Jesus. Girl, y'all don't know how bad I'll be glad when he just says, you know what, this is it. I don't want to do that kind of stuff no more. Like, that's a mother's dream. That is a mother's dream for them to just be able, because once you get that out of the way, you can focus on your career, your money, your movement. And all of us women know once you get a real wife, you get real powerful. And if you do the wife right, you make all the right moves. But when you just be running around like this, you lose stuff. You can't keep stuff. You're in, you're out. But once you get a wife, you get a good thing. That's what the Bible says. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. Amen. You stuck beside his mama knows best. Girl, Mama, we don't have no choice. Even when they cuss us out and embarrass and be in Walmart showing out and the teacher called, the principal called, and you want to disown your kids so bad. You want to tell them to go away. You don't want to go up to that jail. You don't want to go talk to that judge. You don't want to do none of that shit no more. And you still have to no matter what. Because you won't be able to go to sleep at night if you don't. And if you're able to go to sleep at night, you the devil. Auntie podcast, this live, I keep having to log off. Somebody being messy. Tasha. I'm going to look for that name. She says, stop talking about Krishan Dior. Yes, I agree. Let's talk about... Well, they not talking about Krishan. They talking about my grandson. They talking about my son. They talking about moving forward. I haven't heard nobody say anything about Krishan other than referring to her as my grandson mom or do my son want to be with her. I haven't heard nobody say nothing else. Angie is the longest friend, but does that mean she's the best? That may be him settling. We know Jonathan ain't gonna settle. My other kids maybe, but Jonathan ain't gonna settle. Jonathan ain't gonna make that decision until he is downright ready. He don't care how many kids you have. He don't care how many kids you have. He don't care how many rings he buy. He is not finna just pretend that he a lot of money. He might do it. He might do something strange for a piece of change. Blue needs God only. God did not intend for man to be alone. He needs a good woman. God intended for man not to be alone for a reason. He needs a good woman, and he needs to be ready for a good woman. Because if you get a good woman and you're not ready, it'll turn into the worst disaster of your life, okay? He needs to be ready for when God gives him that woman. He settled with ROC. I personally, and this is just me, as his mother, I have never one day in life seen him take her seriously. Through this whole ordeal, I have not seen a serious bone in his body when it came to her. And that's just my opinion as his mother. Not one bone in my body says Jonathan was ever considering her as a serious relationship. Now, Jiggy, maybe. Jaden, for sure. But until we figure it out, that's the only thing I've ever seen. And when you're a mom and you look your kid in the eye and you say, what the fuck going on? You know when they blink, you know when they hold their head sideways, you know when they held their head up straight. You know what time it is. I have not ever seen in the entire 3 fucking years that they've been going back and forth that Jonathan had anything sincere about being with her or having kids with her or getting married to her. And I wish he would have listened to me, because that would have saved both of them a lot of heartache. But us mothers, we know. If you ever want to know if the man is serious about you, ask the mother. She will tell you. Because if she don't tell you, she gonna break code section 101, okay? So if a woman want to hang out with my son and do funny things with him, or just have a good time with him, or just date him, or whatever the case may be, that's life. That's what people do. But if you come up to me and say, you know what, Moms, I'm getting a little serious about him. You think he on the same page as me? A mother has a right and an authority to tell you the truth. She can't lie for him. Now, I could be quiet the whole time and let y'all run around and gallop through the neighborhood and have fun together. But if you ask somebody's mama and tell them, I'm serious about him, she is not allowed to lie to you. That's a woman code. We have to tell you the truth. And not one day did I ever get that from Jonathan. So, and that's not just because she whooped my ass or we don't get along, because that don't mean nothing to me. I've been forgave her for that. The only thing I had a problem with forgiving her for was trying to take my son out of my life. And that's the only problem I've ever had with her. I forgave her for the ass whooping. I forgave her for the back and forth. I forgave her for, the stuff, him in jail. I forgave her for everything. The hardest thing that was for me to forgive her for was trying to sabotage me and my son's relationship. After just knowing him for, like a year. Like, you want to take the whole mother out his life after knowing him for a year? But that's the only thing. So I would always have told her the truth. I would have told her, go on, girl, down the road. I told her the truth when I met her. Y'all don't want to accept the truth, so let it be. Ninja get home. I'm gonna let him have it, right? But when a person is locked in a 4x4 and they mentally got to get out, not it ain't even so much, just mentally. Like that's the time when you got to tap into like, I love this person in my soul. And no matter if I'm with them or not, I want the best for them. I don't want to have nobody's life tied up because we had a moment. You know what I mean? Like, that's where you got to be when you get that person, it's going to be that moment. You going to have that moment. That's what stands a marriage. You ain't going to like your husband every day. Some days you going to want to you going to want to drive him into a pole. But that's the day you got to tuck that tail and be like, you hungry?